ladies and gentlemen, super duper, absolute thank you. THORnews hit my fundraiser goal for November of 2021. You guys are absolutely incredible. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And like I said, if I hit my goal before the end of the month, I will go live. They're going to warn you. I don't look that great because it's been a crazy 2 or 3 years. All right, let's get to the news. I'm recording this at like 3:30 in the morning, and so this is a late, chill THORnews video. And so, but some of the information may be tense and triggering. Dr. Rebecca Williams, rumors of a Pinatubo eruption after an ash cloud appeared to be detected on the VAC, but it's unclear what's going on and whether there was an eruption at all, which is weird, strange, but we'll know more in the future. It's kind of like when they came out with the Omicron news, and you're like, wait, what? Huh? All right, as usual, follow official agencies for information. And I want to remind everybody, the 2 years of the pandemic has kind of got everybody in a bad mood, and we are going into the holiday season. Pinatubo Volcano Advisory. And the Pinatubo Volcano is a volcano in the Philippines. The volcano network recorded seismic and infrasound signals of a weak explosion today, I guess. And so this is interesting because 2021 has been like a volcano advent calendar, and we hadn't really had a major new eruption in November. And I don't know if this is major, but there hasn't been a major volcano eruption there since June 15th of 1991. And that one was the second largest terrestrial eruption of the 20th century, coming only after the giant 1912 eruption Nova Rupta in Alaska that everybody talks about all the time. You know what I'm talking about? No, because I was being sarcastic, I guess. Also, Neptune is about to go direct after being retrograde for like half the year almost. And while everybody was asleep, the head CEO of Moderna was like, hey guys, we don't think the vaccines are going to be that effective against the new Omicron variant. And remember, the Omicron story really started like the minute Thanksgiving was done. And so please don't get mad at me. Don't give me pandemic displaced aggression. As Planetary Defense Commander, like I said, it's been definitely frustrating for me the last 2 years. So don't yell at me. I'm just passing on the information. And it seems important when the guy who's definitely made a lot of money off the pandemic is like, hey, man, my vaccines may no longer work anymore. Everything's weird these days, bro. And when the sun acts weird, weather gets kind of weird, and people sort of lose their minds. Key Strong, a rapidly growing new sunspot region, has emerged just east of Sun Center in the northern hemisphere. Red circle in just the last 24 hours. If this rate of growth continues, it could produce some flares in a day or two. And oddly enough, the first subjects I really started to cover at THORnews was like economics, solar physics, and comets. And then it branched down to like asteroids and planetary defense and everything under that umbrella. Anyway, there are 4 sunspots on the sun right now. And let me remind you, THORnews has always been a positive, optimistic, very David Bowie, we can be heroes kind of a YouTube channel. And so if you need to get your Earth, space, weather, of all things news happening, information for someone who always has a negative or pessimistic bent on things, this is probably not the best place for you. But yeah, shit is going to be super duper absolutely crazy. Definitely from now through spring. And then things may drastically improve in the spring. That has been my call. Kind of since the start of 2020. And so we're definitely hanging on to see if that prediction is true. Because wouldn't it be great if, like, me predicting, like, good times and rock and roll may even return in the spring of 2022? People may re-find their sense of humor and, oh yeah, like, life is pretty neat when it works well. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what was it talking about? I don't know. At this point, I can just kind of blame it on the sun. This was a filament tear off. Remember me talking about solar physics for a long time. You know, definitely for 9 years, been able to disagree with people and be like, hey guys, they don't consider it official solar activity if you get a major filament tear off. But as I've said for almost 9 years, it seems like the solar maximum, solar minimum cycle definitions are grossly oversimplified. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the sun is definitely coming to life. That's what I'm trying to say here. And we may have a volcano in the Philippines that is coming to life. Olivia Rodrigo is Filipino. And for the Philippines, I think. I had absolutely no idea who she was before 2021. But then when Jupiter entered Pisces, a song came on the radio called Good For You by her that's a rockin' number. And I was like, dang, that song is good. And I think she would be an excellent choice for Wolverine in the upcoming X-Men, whatever they do with it. Anyway, what was it talking about? I was talking about, you know, how on top of the latest news, we may or may not have a new volcano eruption coming out of the Philippines. And also you got Neptune going direct today, this morning at like 7 a.m.-ish. I don't worship Neptune or Poseidon, but I do appreciate him. All right. Congratulations to the Republic of Barbados. Man, I've started to watch the Beatles Get Back documentary. It is super duper interesting and fascinating. We definitely live in interesting times. And it is kind of definitely sad to see that, you know, rock and roll has gone by the wayside totally. One of my goals since THORnews is to legalize rock and roll again. You know what I'm saying? And make America fun again. A year ago, I just finished my week vacation. Most of my vacations are working vacations always. And 2021's vacation will probably happen in December. So that's exciting. This is from last year. I always get a little weird on the very last day of the month because it's like we have to process everything we've been through this month. And then boom, day one of the next month, we kind of start fresh. Yeah. Yeah. So we got a big deal because you got like Venus with triple Pluto conjunctions coming up over the next month or two. You've got the third Uranus square Saturn. You've got the moon null nodes, Gemini and Sagittarius, switching out of the north and the south, and then going into Scorpio and Taurus. And then you got Earth's Pluto year, Pluto 1 year birthday on February 20th, 2022. And so we know we're getting a very dangerous event somewhere around Christmas at the 3rd. Saturn square Uranus. Here, February was the storm in Texas. They shut the power grid down and a bunch of people died. And then here was Canada, the heat wave. A bunch of people died. We do not know what we will be getting on Christmas Eve with this one. Well, by all means, we should be preparing and teamworking. All agreeing like, all right, this point is going to be kind of nasty. Whatever hints we get, which we should get from models in like 10 days, then we should all like take a break from politics and hating each other and just be like, all right, let's all try to make it through and make sure everybody survives this event, whatever the fridge it may be. Who knows? It could even be a volcano, bro, or earthquake. And then like Venus in the underworld, it's like Pluto, Persephone. Everything is biblical and mythological at the same time. And so, yeah, we have the exact on December 11th, and then the Pluto-Venus conjunction exact on Christmas Day. So there's a lot of powerful energy hanging around. And so you got Venus going retrograde on my birthday in December 19th, which is like almost 8 to 10 days right before Jupiter goes back into Pisces, leaving Saturn all alone with Aquarius. We got a small taste of that in May for like 2.5 months. And so the whole crypto fiat situation will probably ramp up and change in some way, shape, or form. And with the lunar eclipse we had this month, it really kicked off a weird type of Perseus, Pegasus, Medusa, Algol, star energy that will probably play out over the next 5 or 6 months. On my whole sitcom binge that I've been doing during pandemic, where I've been like just injecting sitcoms straight into my veins the whole time, almost. I watched a show called Modern Family, all of it, all 11 seasons, and just finished up on the 28th. And then I watched a documentary at the end, and that whole thing happened almost at the start of the Jupiter cycle when that show got on and got really popular. It was like TV family teaches us to laugh again, because this was like right after the crash of 2008, the economic crash, where it was like, oh, the world's ending, post Iraq invasion. And what am I trying to say here? And I just got my third Moderna booster shot like less than 3 days ago. And 10% of the people are like, you're going to die soon. I'm like, well, that's true. So might as well try and enjoy the last few days of me being alive. I don't know how long I'll be here. I don't know how long you're going to be here. But damn, the pandemic in the last few years have been tough on all of us. So let us do what we can to help each other make it through the next few months and try to get to the spring. Shit is crazy, man. So I know it's still the last day in November, but try and conjure up as much Christmas spirit or holiday spirit or life spirit as you got. Yeah, I rewatched Seinfeld for the first time in years. It's really funny. I mean, it's like really, really funny. People were like, Seinfeld's not that good of an actor. I disagree. I think he was a great, fantastic, super duper comedic actor. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of acting is giving looks and delivering lines. And Jerry was good at that. Book of Boba Fett comes out at the end of December. Happy Hanukkah, y'all. But stay cool. It's weird. During the worst part of the after effects of the third booster shot, Alexis was on my mind the most, and like living waking fever dream. Which should be understandable if you had a chance to like see her smile, laugh, and dance for an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me down. Hey, it's okay. You can fat shame me. I can take it. I don't even know this. Sometimes people show up on my channel and then they're angry. And I'm like, oh, did I not deliver your volcano and solar and economic and virus plague pandemic information in the exact way that you wanted? I'm sorry. Because I really aim to please. But yeah, we got a solar eclipse coming up on the 4th of December. We won't be able to see it, though. When I say we, I mean everybody that isn't at the top of Antarctica. Anyway, yes. So if I did die tomorrow, or, because of the booster, or for whatever reason, ninjas punched me in the face with laser beam guns in the near future, two of the most beautiful smiles I've ever seen, outside of my mama, were from Amelia Clark and Alexis Knapp. A movie I saw last winter with Amelia Clark. You may know her as Mother Dragons. It's called Last Christmas I Gave You My Heart, or something like that. It's a really excellent, upbeat Christmas comedy. Highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. But, drawback of this season is sometimes criminals get more criminal-y, because even criminals have to buy their family and friends gifts around the holidays. So, in-person crimes are up. I heard Mr. Cooper from the Hangover movies was held up at knife point when picking up his daughter, and, the ransomware attacks are off the chart. 2 community colleges were victims of ransomware attacks. And, bro, why attack community colleges? And the answer's money. I remind you, China's pretty much outright banned cryptocurrency after, helping to farm up Bitcoin for a couple years. Indonesia's central bank is trying to legalize it. And it's like, hey, we're going to come up with our own digital form of the rupiah to fight it. And so, everybody's got their own theory on everything, really. This whole giant push of news, everybody's been bad at communicating overall as groups about the plague for pretty much, what was I talking about? China has warned that the fast-spreading Omicron COVID-19 variant could cause challenges in hosting the next February's Winter Olympics. Remember, I've said the dark winter is going to be the second one we've gone through. It'll be complex, but hopefully spring will be fantastic. It'll stay that way. So as always, it's interesting to watch every single country react differently. And so, Israel's like shut everything down and not allowing foreigners. Same thing with Japan. Same thing with Australia, I believe. India will boast COVID, and they got hit super hard in like May by the Delta. They're, it's going to be weird. Anyway, and so we know it's going to be a complex, problematic, dangerous in some areas situation. And so like the United Arab Emirates are like, they came out, everybody had major warnings at the same time, like 2 a.m. And they were warning that Omicron could cause significant traumas for the aviation industry. Although it is weird because Sagittarius leaves the South Node, and that's when all of our travel problems really started, when it went into the South Node in like March of 2020. It leaves the South Node in December, so there's a chance that shit could really clear up by the start of 2021. But no matter what, prepare to see what it's like between now and December. I'm just talking and speculating here. People need to watch out for fog vampires in Salem. I'm not making light of how weird and dystopian everything is. I'm just saying I try to stay an optimist and enjoy every second of life that I can. And so, there's no election for another year, and we all have to make it through our own way, the next few months in our own way. I am pro vaccine choice. I think, no vaccine is 100% foolproof, and you definitely don't want the virus, but, everybody gets to make their own choice as an adult. And so everybody's pretty much made their choices at this point, so let's do our best to support each other and stay cool as, we kind of figure out what the fudge the identity of America is at the Pluto 1-year anniversary, I still believe in the heart of Americans, bro. I still believe there are a lot of good people out there. Yeah. Major floods happening in Oman right now. I'd really like to cuddle again before I die, but dang, I'm picky. Oh yeah, this is a weird story. Navy water system users should avoid consuming water after fuel-like odor reported. So that was in the Navy system. And we know how complicated things have been across the globe with countries and militaries and superpowers. And I just recommend everybody avoid World War III, stay cool, and recognize that the pandemic for 2 years has kind of stressed almost all relations across the board. And it's weird how I always get a comment around November or December, or that's how it seems to me. Yeah, when the news dump came, stocks started dropping across the board, especially in Japan. Bitcoin even dropped as well. Just a bit for now. Less than 24 hours for the Hawkeye episode 3 to come out. I don't know if you watch the MCU stuff, but I do. And I appreciate it. So here I am late night reporting the news. And we will definitely have to keep our eye on the volcano in the Philippines, which may or may not have just erupted. I'm sure I'll have more updates for you on that in the near future, as THORnews has been one of the most prolific and accurate volcano YouTube channels out there in the universe. And even compared to like regular television stations or cable stations, where do you get the volcano coverage in science? Anywhere else that you do here. But I'm a humble guy. All right. Happy Hanukkah, y'all. I still believe in God, light, love, good people, miracles. Check this out. By Nightlights AM made 2 wishes. I was greeted by 2 back-to-back early geminid fireballs to the aurora before it exploded 2 nights ago in Tromosa. Insane real-time footage. So yeah, it's a major accomplishment to get fireballs in with your aurora photography. I tell you what, the aurora photographers have gotten so much better since I started THORnews. I'm super grateful for that. I'm super grateful for so many things. It's like I said, I've been telling y'all at the beginning of holiday season, 2020 was like Scrooge, where you have Ghost of Christmas Past, Ghost of Christmas Present, Ghost of Christmas Future. The 2021 is a lot like that too. And so I'm going to try and stay in the holiday Christmas spirit and stay optimistic as much as possible through the end of the year. And definitely, I'm super duper grateful that Asteroid Bike Club is consistently so good to me. I try to do a good job for y'all. Yeah. But sure, I'm sure I have my off days. But it's been a rough ride. I still have a theory that most people, almost all people, have become a little more unlikable during the pandemic because it's been rough on all of us. Let's watch the beginning again where there are two. 1, 2. That is cool. But yeah, maybe the world will end tomorrow or this week. But if so, isn't that even more reason to appreciate every single moment you have, especially if you have friends or family or things you love, pets, animals. And if you love like playing guitar or enjoy watching movies or the things you do that you like. This is pretty major news. Australia will force social networks to identify trolls so they can be sued for defamation. That's a pretty big deal, seems like. I gotta say, all these reports of metaverse property selling for millions of dollars. Yeah, I agree. It seems weird. Like, who is paying millions of dollars to buy up land in a video game? And I say that as someone who played a lot of World of Warcraft and even the Jedi MMORPG, where you could have your own house and build and put stuff around. So, I mean, yeah, sure, it's possible. I'm just saying, I guess only super rich people are playing that video game. Yeah, it's a strange world we live in. You got severe weather hitting Istanbul and other parts of Turkey on Monday. So badly it's killing people and causing havoc in a city of 15 million. So definitely smoke them if you got them, and, you know, be grateful for all the good things you do have in your life. I know, even through all, I feel like one of the luckiest, most blessed guys on the planet. See this we've seen a lot more trucks tipping over videos lately. The wind is like a weird, mystical, magical, kind of unexplained, well, not, phenomenon on Earth. And somewhere out there, someone is like, I could totally explain wind, bro. I'm like, okay, buddy. Oh, yeah, Mars. Now you'll be able to start to see Mars and the moon and Jupiter and Saturn and Venus in the sky at the same time. I think that is so cool. Apparently, Diamond is having major supply issues, and that is holding up comics before the holidays. See, there's female Wolverine right there. Who I think, Olivia Rodrigo could play her. And Haley Steinfeld plays Hawkeye already, and then eventually you could team the two up because they have chutzpah. Can I say chutzpah? Or je ne sais quoi, or whatever. I appreciate good chemistry. X-Men 97. New study shows the largest comet ever observed was active at near record distance. Yeah, the comet game is definitely going to be interesting in 2022, 2023. Maybe more interesting than we've ever seen. But luckily, we're old hats at that shit, you know what I'm saying? Boogie was like, YouTube suggested that I might see my like-dislike ratio of my videos go up once they have hidden them. He's like, not much has changed so far. So a lot of people down thumbs, or 7% of people still down thumbs his videos, even though you can't see the dislikes. But I'm like, you know what? Haters love to hate, man. Ed Pietrowski is like, hey, y'all, I captured a meteor on my Google Nest camera. That sounds kind of creepy. Google Nest. Oh yeah, I need to write a letter to Larry Page and I guess Sergey Brin, asking them to unshadow ban me. It would be perfect timing if it would happen right after the Sagittarius left the south node of the moon. That would make sense anyways. Sure, yeah, it's going to get doomy and things have been weird, but I'm staying optimistic and I'm super duper absolutely grateful to you and y'all. So super duper merry holiday, y'all. And I hope you have a fantastic December, and I'm very proud of you for making it through all the shit we've encountered so far. I think the only celebrity who's actually contributed in their normal name to THORnews is Kevin Smith, which I super duper appreciate. He's cool and definitely has been an influence on my life as a screenwriter and a dude and a filmmaker and I guess an actor and a performer. Walking in the winter wonderland. Did you guys hear the version that me and Apollo put together last year? My mom liked it, so it hit the target of exactly what I was going for. And if you liked it too, that would be extra wonderful. Anyway, I guess I'll have to pull that out this year. Although it doesn't feel very winter yet in Texas. All right, so you have Venus, Saturn, Jupiter. Go see them tonight. I stepped out tonight finally after like laying on the couch for 50 hours. And it was totally worth it. They were beautiful and awesome. Yeah. How are you? I used to be like, what are you wearing? As a joke. Yeah, happy Hanukkah. It's not just a festival of lights. May it also be a festival of hope, happiness, love, and health. Is it like the 8 days of Hanukkah? Time for peace, miracles, love, and joy. And hopefully jubilee. Oh, yeah, and I think I mean, I don't know. I'm very grateful for so much stuff. I got to eat cookie cake with friends on a birthday at the end of November. So, life has its ups and its downs. All right. Have a great day. Have a great night. And thank you. Y'all are incredible. Thank you very, 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 very much for the November 21 love and all the love and support you guys have given me and all the prayers and wishes over the years. You guys are incredible, and I am so grateful that I get to be your planetary defense commander. And like I've said, my life is kind of like a game show, and so I feel like a pass for November. I'm so grateful for that. Y'all are incredible. Thank you very much, Asteroid Fight Club. And thank you again to Susan, Cynthia, Rod, Julia, Nancy, Michelle, Bobby, Tracy, Sean and Xtina, Darlene, Greg, Irene, Christine, Courtney, Charles, David, Rod, Dennis, Cody, Bruce, JCR, Catherine, Amy, Carmen, Andrea, Michelle, Sunlight, Starlight, Angel, DWP, Texas Angel, Wizard of Oz, Alexis, Lauren, Richard, Barbara, Glenda, Arnica, Light Soul, Dan, Marlita, Brian, Ann, KJ, Max, and anyone out there who's ever laughed at a THORnews video or even watched or paid me any attention of your time. I try not to waste your time ever. Through it all, I still absolutely have full faith in God and believe in God with all of my everything. Although I don't understand everything, that's for sure. But I do think there's tons of love and life and wonderful things in this world, in our life together. All right. God bless y'all. We made it through November, so let's try and close 2021 strong. Okay. God bless everyone. Hit the button, baby.